All right, then we should be streaming. Let's have a look. Make sure everything's all perfectly fine. I just saw dollar index, man. Fucking dollar index is taking a dump back in January's low. We'll talk about everything off there in just a second there. Look at the dollar index. Gold looks fucking sick. You know, I've been long on bullish on Bitcoin. The guys in the country club as knows what the deal is as well. So it's good. It's good. It's good. Give me a few seconds. We'll just get a few things up. Let's have a look. It is so good to be back though. It is so good to actually to be on in trading itself and things are going well. So let's get cracking as well. So what's going on, champs? Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for actually attending the show as well. It is the 1st of April, the first episode of the April. That's right. Actually, new quarter. As many of you guys are aware, Bitcoin went from 15k, 15.5k, all the way to what's the number like 28, 29k. So it's been an interesting one as well. So let's just get cracking as well. So I just want to give a quick shout out to OKX. OKX is actually the sponsors of the YouTube itself. So let's just bring them up there. So my affiliate link is actually down in the description page as well. Really appreciate you guys there. You guys have actually seen me on Twitter. I've got my Telegram out there, Denkhub. That's out and running. So you guys have seen me on Twitter actually posting out all these charts and all these price actions and plans and longs and shorts and all that kind of stuff over the last couple of months and whatnot. So I appreciate you guys if you actually use the affiliate link used at the in the description below, and like use OKX as well. I've actually been with them for a little while now. Actually, I've been using these guys there. They're teamed up with McLaren F1 and Manchester City as well. So we had a bit of what you call it, a competition for the public as well, for anyone who actually wanted to join in to actually go see Man City versus Leipzig, and that was about 2-3 weeks ago. So it was a good experience as well for the community and for myself as well. Actually getting to meet OKX and the team. This is actually where I use. I don't use anywhere else. OKX is the guy. They're the main ones, and I appreciate you guys if you sign up to them. All right, so let's get cracking then. So that's OKX done. What we got though? Let's just talk about Bitcoin and stuff like that in terms of the market itself. Like you got bears talking a lot of nonsense, if you ask me. So there's been a lot of noise in it since. Well, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Before I even carry on, right, I actually want to bring up on this as well. Bring this up a second. BTC USD. Like this is one thing I've never I still don't understand. When I go through Twitter, right, and look, I've got nothing against you guys or whatever, but one thing I never quite understand is how is everyone, like, well, not everyone, like how is the majority of the market just so sad about the markets going up? Because I'm talking about back in 2019, like the 2017 OG, right, knows what I'm talking about. When we were, let me just hide all that stuff. When we broke up this 6k level, right, this 6.5k level here, I still remember that like it was like it was tomorrow, and not tomorrow, like yesterday. When we broke this level there, right, we were celebrating, like we broke out this consolidation over here. We pushed up to the key resistance over there. We didn't have guys saying, yeah, we're gonna short there, stop loss, and now I'm gonna short here, I'm gonna short here, I'm gonna short here. We didn't have any of that. We just we were just happy people. We were just generally happy people. When we broke up, we were happy. We're like, yo, we're gonna go to 10k, and when we hit 10k over here, we were happy. We're like, yo, let's take out this liquidity at 12k. When we did that, great, happy. When we're gonna take 13k, let's take that out. We did, and we started dumping down. Like, oh shit, that's what happened. We were just happy people. But what the hell is going on? Like, what's gone up to like, look at the guy next to you, like on Twitter. It's just so much hate, so much hate in terms of like of the market going up from 15.5k to 28k. They're just hate spewing everywhere. Like, come on, man. I don't know who you're following. Maybe the guys you're following are too bearish, and it's actually I don't know. You got too many people that are bearish there. To me, honestly, like I said to you guys, like from last week, if you watched last week's episode, if you haven't, do check it out. This is a pre-halving rally. We've seen this happen before. I'm not going to explain it again. You guys can go back to last week's episode 24, and it's actually the first 20 minutes we actually talked about the pre-halving rally, and that's what it is. I generally believe 44k is on the table on Bitcoin, and with Ethereum, 3k is on the table. That was discussed yesterday Obviously, we need to reclaim 28.1k. Like have a nice clean close on the weekly would be great. ETH is looking quite bullish as well, actually, to be honest as well. So it looks really, really strong. I've been, if you guys follow me on Twitter as well, Twitter, I actually said I took a long on Bitcoin yesterday. So I stand by it. I stand by it, and I don't think, and I think everything else as well, like in terms of like the influencers out there who are bearish, they're just noise. I've not once been influenced by anybody at all. I'm my own guy. They're their own guy, and yeah, so be it. So be it. If they're bearish, they're bearish. Like what's important is like it's not about being bearish and bearish and bearish. So look, you've been like in terms of crypto. Before we even carry on, I'm just talking about just being sensible. Just being really really sensible. Like I didn't catch the bottom right here. These bottoms over here. I caught the longs at 17k. From 17k, that's when I started catching the longs. Playing into here, into the mid range, into here, and then the pullback. And we play the longs over here. Play the shorts back. Well, I didn't play the shorts so much. I played the shorts as a temporary basis. Play the longs right here. Rinsed it all up there. You guys are seeing it on Twitter. I have to like on a Friday. There was like 3 sets of trades. There was a day trade, a swing trade, and a scalp trade, all in within the Friday. On a Friday night as well, and we just played it all up there. So 28k, 29k, and to me, honestly, look, it's the market structure is bullish. Bears are being bearish, right? For whatever reason, you gotta ask yourself, why are you bearish? PTSD, are you scared to actually take longs because you've seen what has happened when you last took longs? But the market's very different. Like if you think about it this way, I'm just chatting to you guys there. So like, please, if you guys have a difference of opinion, I appreciate you guys as well. But put your shouts there in a moment. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment, because I can see that the chat is actually popping up, and I really appreciate you guys there. And also, by the way, guys, smash the likes, hit the subscribe button if you're new to it as well. The more you subscribe, the more you hit the like buttons as well on Twitter or even on YouTube as well. It helps with the algorithm. It helps us actually grow together. So let's just get cracking anyway. So I understand, like if you may have PTSD. Why? Did you buy into here? Did you start buying into here? Did the influencers start telling you about DCA? The certain influencers was talking about DCA all the way here, DCA here. There was one particular influencer was actually bullish at 28k. And now he's mega bearish. So it is like, what's going on? Like this level here, like they've got tweets out there that saying, oh yeah, buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. It's always bullish. They've been saying that. Is that what's causing you PTSD? Is that what's causing you a bit of stress? Is that what's causing you problems? Are you worried about taking longs? I totally understand. Maybe you need to get rid of these motherfuckers out there. I'm just saying. I don't know. Like I want to be honest about it. So a lot of these guys are just being bearish. How's the bearish plays gonna be? I don't know. So look, it's all entirely up to you guys how you want to play this. But there's gonna be a moment in time you're gonna have to realize. So hang on a second. The market is going up. So what do? Are you going to actually play long? Are you going to play shorts? Are you going to keep shorting the market every single time? I don't know. Most people don't know how to trade. Most people act like they know how to trade. Most people, what they do, they may have a little chart and they just have a circle over there. Most people might, I don't know. I'm not saying anybody in particular, but I'm just saying, like, so there's people out there who just put tweets and just like, yeah, I'm taking a short, and have nothing to actually back it out there. Then there's no charts or nothing. They can turn around and say all these things, but like, they're bearish. But a lot, 99% of us were actually lost. I'll be honest with you. A lot of us are lost. I lost too. You lost too. We all lost. But at the same time, you've got to take it into consideration of looking back and be like, all right, then cool. We made a mistake, right? What did we do wrong, right? That's what we got to do. Whatever you do, you always got to look back. You're like, what did you do wrong? Did you start long in the top, right? And like, is that what the case is? Because this was resistance. When did you start flipping bias? Did you flip bias like when we lost this level here to play shorts? So you were playing longs. Is that what you were doing? You were looking for longs over here, which is it makes sense over here at range low. You look for longs from range low. But is it when we lost this level here, start looking for shorts? And now because you missed from 69k to from freaking 28k, and you start flipping your bias from 28k to 15k, you want to keep going shorts? Is that what it is? Are you upset? Is that what it is? Like, bear market has taken you to deep waters and actually made you realize who you really are, a complete scoundrel? Is that what it is? I don't know what it is. Like, I genuinely believe a lot of the bear market taught you guys and all of us lessons, who to trust and who not to trust. That's what it is. Like, hatred is right there, and the hate came out because of the bear market. You made a lot of loss. You didn't know how to make money out of it. So that's what it is. That's what I generally think it really is as well. And it's gonna be different When the bull market happens, when like now you got to ask yourself, when is the bull market? Is the bull market 2025? Is that what you're gonna say? That's the question you got to ask yourself. You know, like look at C-runs. I was a victim to certain influences for a while until I found the real ones like myself, BC, XO, and SE. Appreciate you guys. You know, BC, Richfield, XO, and SE. They're the legitimate players. They're really legitimate players. I don't think I should be on that list. I think I'm not nowhere near as good as these guys. They're way beyond my level. You know, all three of them, and I'm just like some guy. That's what it is. So I appreciate you guys. Like, you know, all your love there, but you got to ask yourself, when is the bull market? You know, is this the bull market? To me, it's not a bull market. It's more of a pre-halving rally, and we did discuss this last week in regards to ETH retaking and overtaking Bitcoin, and I've been right. You know, like a lot of people. What are you saying, Stecky? How you doing? Appreciate that, man. I smashed this month, 100%. But like, if you think about it like this way, there's to me, like, look, I think, right, as a just draw it up again before we even go into the usual what you call it, BTC, the dollar index and all that kind of stuff, right? Before we even do that, let's just talk about this, right? To me, this is a range bound environment, right? We got range low, range high, mid range. That's what we got. Nothing else. And all this looks like, is this a deviation? If it is, we're gonna step back in. Then what do? We play back to level to this area. And I think mid range is a key area that I'll be looking to go to longs, 44k ish, 44.8k. Or is this going to be what we call a retest? So if it's a retest, we should see a breakdown, and then the bears are correct to go to 10, 12k, and that's crazy. That's fucking nuts. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just don't get it. How the fuck are you start looking for 10k, $10,000, and you're gonna spell it out as 10,000, TENTH OUSAND, thousand, TH, yeah, something like that. Whatever, I can't fucking, I'm fasting, leave me alone. Leave me alone. SE's short, but he can be short, but he's got legitimate reason. He's saying that once we lose, I believe he said if we close above 29k and have a clean smash above 29k, he'll look for longs. But I've been looking for longs for a little while. I've explained my thesis last week. You know, I explained it, and so far it's in consolidation period. What we need to remember is after consolidation, we're gonna have an expansion. Which side is gonna be correct? That's the thing is, does 10k come on the table? Does 12k come on the table? I said this last week and I don't think so. I generally don't think so. You know why? There's levels. Okay, if it does, I'm not saying it's impossible, but there's levels to work on. This is one level. That's a level there of a range. We have to step back into this range and then we play within this level, right? Once we lose this level, then we have another level, which is from this low to this low over here. Once we lose this low, then we can start looking for 12, 10k. So there's levels to it. But you have to bear in mind, the halving doesn't start until next year, May. So if we start dumping, look, think about it logically. If we start dumping now, how long would it take to dump to 10k? If we're going to dump now? 2 months, 3 months? It took us about 3 months from 15k to go to 28k. So let's say we got another 3 months. Let's just say, for the sake of the arguments, right? We take another 3 months. We'll talk about it logically, okay? We do another 3 months from 28k to 15k, right? That means we're now going to be in April, May, June, right? So July. So we're in July then. So then from July, how long will we lose 15k to go down to, because we're not going to lose it in one go. It's going to bounce off it to come into here and then come down here. Let's say that's another month supply. So we got July, August, right? So we got August. August, we're going to come back down over here to what? 12k. That's fine. So now we're in September to 12k. September has always been bearish in crypto. So then we got we go to 10k. That's September. So that means from October all the way to around February, March time is when we're going to do the halving. We need to actually rally up. And then after that break, I don't know. It doesn't make too much sense, theoretically speaking. That's my honest opinion. I could be wrong. I'm happy to say wrong. But I'm going to play this level to level. It doesn't really matter. You know, like Ethereum's looking quite strong. We talked about the 0.618 level. We'll recap the whole thing again. Let's get cracking. Let's just smash this out. Let's see what happens. What do we have to deal with, right? So cool. Give this the shout as well. We got Lawin in the house. How you doing, brother? Good to have you there. Azad in the house. Appreciate that, man. See you, Ron. Good to have you, my bro. I'm blessed, man. How you doing, Paul Sinclair? I bless you, my bro. I really appreciate that. Hugh Janus. Is it KYC? I did KYC. I've done KYC. I don't know if you need to do KYC. I can have a look. I can speak to my boy from OKX to double check that. But I've done KYC because obviously I'm going to withdraw quite a substantial amount. I need to do the KYC to be able to withdraw a substantial amount every month as well or whatnot. Okay, nobody needs that negativity 100%. I appreciate that. We got Crypto Kaiser. How you doing, man? Almost everyone wasn't expecting this pump, and well, almost everyone. But why? Because you've been following some of these top dickheads. If you ask me, look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna call it out as it is. You know, if you got like guys who are just bearish, right? I'm not saying like certain mans who are traders. Traders are traders, but you got these guys who are just calling out 10,000, calling out 12,000 consistently. They're not looking at levels. There's levels to 25k. After 25k, see what happens. If we hold 25k and we show bullishness, what happens? I'll give you an example, right? If I bring this up there, what the hell's going on with this chart? Is it frozen on me? Shouldn't be frozen. Don't know what's going on there. Give me a second there. Let me reload this. Give me a second. Yeah, so what I was saying, like, there's levels to it. There's levels to it because we know like there's gonna be a support level at 25k. If we lose 25k and step under 25 to 24k, then fine, we'll play level to 21, then 18. From that, then we'll see what happens. If we hold 18, great, we play back to 21. If we lose 18, then I start looking for 15. So each time you have to work each one on a level. I don't know what's going on with my trading view. It's not for some reason they decided not to actually play. Yeah. Is it really gonna fuck with me today? Come on, guys. But anyway, we've got levels to work on this as well. While it's loading, we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna close this up and then try this up again one more time. Yeah. So there's actually levels to get to 18k and all that kind of numbers. All these numbers that everyone wants. Look, why is in particular everyone's actually looking for lower prices? Why? Because if you think about it, right, price got to 15k. Did you buy at 15k? Seems like most people didn't. Price went up to 18k. Did you buy at 18k? Seems like you were shorting it. Fine, you missed it out. Price went up to 24k. Did you buy at 24k? No, because it's shot up and it's over extended itself. So for us, that makes complete sense. So you actually miss out. Then it started actually breaking back. Thinking from 24, 25k, it broke down to 20k. Once it hit 20k, did you buy at 20k? No, you were looking for 15k. You're looking for 12k still. The greed is unbelievable. And that's the problem. When you are greedy for shorts, right, to get lower prices, you're going to be greedy on the way up. And that's it. That's what it is. Those who actually who are bearish right now, who has no control, who have too much fear in the market itself, they're going to get bent over, in my honest opinion. I think that's what's going to end up happening. For some reason, this is I don't know, trading views not working very well for me. I don't know what's going on there, so I'm gonna have to work something else. Let me try this BTC USDT. Yep, I don't have trading view. It's all gone down on me. Oh, thank you, Brule. Appreciate that. So just like you need KYC level 1, just ID, no full name and location. Appreciate that. Yep. So is that working for you guys? Trading view, is trading view working fine for you? Because I'm struggling right here. I might need to log into OKX then. Give me a second there. I'll do that. And I'll just trade off OKX then. Just sucks because I kind of wanted to talk about dollar index, but we don't have it. Nope, still not working. Still not working. I'm trying to log into OKX in the meantime. Log in. Email. Give me a second, guys, there. gmail.com. Yep, there is a network error, apparently. Yeah, so it's the UK. So people are working. Some people are working. Apparently, Ryan's not working as well. So there is a bit of an issue. You know, there is a bit of an issue, which is kind of it was kind of pissing me off a little bit. You know, fudge. So even when I'm trying to log into OKX as well, I just can't get in. Yep. There's been an issue. I think like literally everything is crashing on me right now. I can't see nothing. So you guys can see me on the stream as well, which is fine. At least that's working. But for some reason, chart's not working. So I'm gonna try and find another way around it. USDT. I don't have anything. I'm gonna have to actually reschedule it, which kind of sucks. I don't really want to reschedule it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reschedule it if that's the case. Sorry, guys. Check your VPN. Let's have a look again. Oh, man, this is such a pain in the ass. Try VPN. Let's try that. Quick connect. Big love to you guys, man. Big love to that. Okay, that's cool. At least we don't have to reschedule nothing. So we're in La France. Okay, so let's get this working right. So talk about dollar index. Let's get cracking in there. Working fine here. I've been having issues today actually in terms of the what you call it, trading view. So it's a UK thing at the moment anyway. So as soon as I connect to France, I was good to go. Right then. So dollar index, as we discussed quite carefully last week, and let's do a quick recap on what happened. Right. So we got January's high, January's low, and January's mid range. And importantly, I also want to highlight another area, which is the yearly open. Right. The yearly open comes in just below January's mid range around here. Okay. Not so important. Well, it is. It's always going to be important, but it's well, the important thing that we need to actually bear in mind that that's the high. Play back to the low, then deviation, play back to the high, then deviation, play back to the low. That's it, done. Those who are actually in the country club as well know exactly what I'm talking about. We talked about this today in terms of actually looking for the low. Bulls would actually, bears of crypto would have wanted Bitcoin to push up there, but dollar index to push into the yearly open and reclaim the yearly open and go up higher. But it's a range bound environment until proven otherwise. Doesn't mean anything else at the moment. So that means we're still in the range. What does that mean? Like next, are we gonna find some support? Maybe a bit of a deviation support, bullish market structure, play the longs back into the mid range back to the range. That's what we're looking for now. What's gonna happen? Is that when that's gonna happen? As in from a weekly perspective, I want to see. I'm bearish on dollar. So if you think about it in terms of like the story that's going on in terms of the oil, I don't know if you guys are well aware of the OPEC countries as well. They've come out and said, "Yo, listen, to the Western world, suck your mum. We're not gonna actually we're not gonna be giving out any oil. We're gonna start withdrawing the oil. I think it's about 1 million barrels a day or some shit like that. They're talking around. So we got we got Iraq, we got Afghanistan, I believe, we got Saudi Arabia, we got Russia, we got China, we got these teams of countries are walking out and say we're gonna actually reduce the supply. If you reduce the supply, the demand is still there, right? So the demand still stays the same, but the supply maybe was higher than the demand. What they're looking to do is increase the price of oil. At the same time, a week before the let me just chat to you guys quickly as well. A week before the quarterly close, Russia turns around and does a deal with China. What they're saying, right, is like, yo, listen, China, we're not gonna deal with the dollar index no more. We're not gonna deal with the dollar. We're gonna deal with the yuan, the Chinese yuan, and so that's what they're gonna be dealing with as well. And they've actually formed an alliance with 4 different other Asian countries. Is this the start of the collapse of the dollar index? I don't know. That's the interesting thing that I want you guys to pay attention to, because if you look at as in terms of religion wise, I'm not gonna go into a whole religion, politics, or whatever, but I'm just gonna give you like a prophecy in terms of what the Islamic religion belief is, right? Is that the Chinese will actually take over one day. That's what the general belief is as well. So is this what's happening? Is that what, before the end of time? According to the Islamic belief is that before the end of the time, it's going to be the Chinese that's going to actually take over. The Chinese yuan doesn't really have much value compared to the dollar index. The super country, the currency that businesses want to deal with is with dollar index. So if you look for a safe haven, so if dollar index is actually going up, you're going to put in money into the dollar, because that's going to give you more money when you actually change from dollar back to, I don't know, pound sterling or euros or Mauritian rupees or Indian rupees, or maybe anything else, right? Or the currency wise as well. And if the pound sterling is going down, what you're looking for, the stocks are going to go up, so you're going to put money into the stocks itself, right? So that's how it tends to be, like in traditional traditional markets. So what we have right now, we have a bit of an east vs west at the moment, right? So they're trying to, in a way, kind of collapse the dollar. Is it going to do this? I think it's going to take a long time. I don't think it's going to happen over a week, over time. It's going to take a little while before it even actually does start to collapse, if it is going to collapse there. But we'll have to see how it goes. In the meantime, it's dollar index we need to pay attention to. So now we're at range low. I showed you the plan for it. If it was to be bullish, a reclaim of this level here. Oopsie daisy. I'd say a reclaim of this level here would be sufficient enough for me to say. So something like that. Reclaim and hold above it. Say bullish market structure where we're going into yearly open. We'll see what happens, and then we'll see what happens. If we actually bullish, keep going, go to the range high. That's possible, you know. And what that is just a ping pong of the range band environment. Nothing else. I don't really care about anything else. If he's gonna break out to this level here or break down on this level here, I'm just saying, look, I'm ready for a ping pong. So I'm gonna be nice and calm and nice and relaxed. The second thing is what if we start breaking down these areas here, and let's say we got this level here, find some bearish market structure, and then we set it off down on the downside, and then we go down for however long we want to go down for. I don't know. I'm ready for that. If I'm gonna review, 1 second there, guys. 1 second. Yeah, sorry. What I was saying is, like, if we are going to go down, I'm ready for it to go down. Where I'm going to go down for, you see this green range over here? I've got another range ready here. And this is a range I've been talking about, I've been playing with since 2018, since I actually started trading, you know. Let me actually bring this up and show you what the deal is in it. So all I've got here is a swing high and a swing low. You see this area here? Let me show you this one. Got a swing high and a swing low. And that's where the majority of the trade since let's have a look, 2015 really as well. Since 2015, this is where we actually trade within. You know, this is the range band environment. Bearing in mind that's a deviation, another deviation, resistance, deviation, a breakout. Is this a retest to go back up? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna have to work this out level to level. Or is this a deviation? You know, if the dollar if US oil is gonna go up, because the traditional way of how the markets work is if US oil, if the oil actually, the value of the oil goes up, US dollar, Canadian dollar will go down. And it just so happens after the news of the whole situation with the US oil, well, the oil situation, it's going up, right? Oh, well, it's still pulling back and whatnot, but it's moved up to the upside there. So we'll have to see what happens. We've opened up quite strongly on the upside there. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. So looking at Euro USD before we carry on, because that's a barometer for me. I'm actually long on Euro. I've been long in Euro from here, guys. Well, not here. Sorry, from here with a stop loss below the blue box there. So those actually in the private group as well, in the Dance Country Club, you'll understand that this is where I'm looking for. I'm finally approaching a target over here, and then we're gonna see what happens if we actually hold above it. We should go up for a range band environment, and I think it's going to be nothing but a range band environment. So if that's the case, I'm bullish. I'm bullish on dollar, which means I will be bearish on I'm bullish on euro dollar, and that means I'll be bearish on dollar index. So what I'm looking for is liquidity over here. See if we get it back up, hold above it, reclaim above this level, bullish market structure, target 1, target 2, and if the euro is going up, the dollar will have to go down, which means the stocks will should be theoretically going up, and we got BTC and USD and ETH and all that should be going up as well. So that's how it's going to be looking like for me on the plus side. Another thing that I've been using quite closely over the last, throughout the whole month really, is gold. Gold has actually been the thing that I've long on gold. And here we go, broke out. You know, like this is what it is. I was saying to the guys quite in the DCC the other day that this is what we're looking for. So we're above the yearly open. This is 2021's range high and 21's range low. That's the range high. That's the range low. Ping pong the motherfucker out of it. Deviation. We had a bit of consolidation over here, and off we go. We're pushing up. Where we're pushing up to me is looking like we're gonna come into here, and then we have a breakout, and then we're gonna have an all-time high. And if gold is going up, we've seen it basically means risk on assets, right? So I know you got people on Twitter saying risk off, whatever. I don't know. And gold is looking bullish. You got the stocks are looking quite good as well. We'll touch on the Nasdaq in a second and the S&P. But gold is looking good. So if gold is looking good, so how are you gonna be bearish? I don't know. Some people just don't know shit. But we'll see what happens. So we're broken out, and I was saying this. So if, for example, right, like this, right, is you got like if you guys know like a flagpole in it, you got like a flagpole here. That's the pole itself. Then we got the bullish pennant right there. And generally speaking, from if you guys are aware, and let me just bring up this bullish pennant. God damn it, Google, what's going on, man? Bullish pennant, right? This is what you're looking for, right? This is the type of price action you have. You have the flagpole, you have it coiling up, right? And then wherever the this is, copy this. That's the pace of it, and that's basically approximately the minimum of what you're looking for in terms of the continuation to the upside. So, saying that, what's that mean? That's the flagpole. Or if I just copy this and paste that, and then just all I want to do is looking at where we did the breakout, which is here. Where does the tip come into? Comes into 2186, above these all-time high. All right, and this is to me, if I just show you a little secret, right? So 2186, right? Let me delete that for a second, and I'm gonna show you something really special just for you guys. All right, smash the likes as well, right? 1.5 and 2. What I've done is I've copied this range to this range over here. So I'm looking for the mid range and looking for this area and potentially the 2241 level. 2241, that's what I'm saying to you guys, right? So mark that on your diaries. I think that's where gold is going to actually have a reaction. And we'll see what happens. We pull back and play at range band level, whatever. I don't know. But I'm bullish on gold. I've been bullish on gold for quite a while. I've been saying it over and over again. Nothing's really changed for me. Okay. Those who actually been bearish on gold, I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. So that's gold. What's the next one? Who's going to go? Oh yeah, so S&P, so the ES, right? So ES, right? This is where ES gets interesting. So we're at the range high. So just like you got the dollar index is at the range low, right? You got the S&P. So the S&P is at the range high. You got the dollar at the range low. So what's gonna happen? I don't know. I still think there's a movement to the upside there, but it's perfectly fine for the S&P to react as a short at the moment, which is fine. You think about it, because we've actually had such a crazy move holding this trend line over here. See this trend line there? We've actually held this trend line. So does it come back down to this trend line, right? Into this area there, reclaim and hold above it and smash into these highs, take out these highs out there? I don't know. We'll have to see it. We'll see how it goes. What's looking at it, if I'm looking at the let's go on the 4 hours and just start making a plan, you know? What's capping the market? You know, you got to look at what's capping the market, what's stopping the market from going any further. It's this, literally this area. Oopsie daisy. This area here. This is what's capping the market. So if I want to be bullish, how do I actually get on board for the bullish scenario? Let it do its thing, right? Once we get back above and hold above this level there, bullish market structure, then I can say, yeah, I'm bullish to go to where? Higher prices. Okay? That's one thing. A second thing is, right, if we're going to be bearish, right, what's capping the market? It's this one. Let's just bring up this level here. Right? If it was to push back up, let it do its thing. Maybe a spike up there, breaks down. I'm happy to take the shorts. Where to? Target 1. And looking to go into this area here. Actually, yeah, this area here. So target 1 over there, off this area. They feel like this inefficiency. And that'll be target 2, looking to come back and react off the trend line there. Then we'll see how we go. If we hold above it, looking to go play it back up into this level there, and potentially into here. Again, the bullish braces over here. If we break above and hold above it, off we go. Now, if it was going to be a bearish, right, and dollar index is actually pushing up, and dollar index is showing me a bullishness to go towards the mid range, right, we're going to see something like this, maybe like that. Something like that breaks down. Once we break down, then we can play it level to level, and I'm quite happy to play it level to level. And then really and truly, we've got a bit of a range band here that I was saying to the guys in DCC. This is a range high for me. This is a bit of a mid range there. No, this is a mid range there, and this is the range low right over here. Okay, so really and truly, we step back in. I wouldn't mind a retest off this level here. A retest, so we're playing the shorts all the way to here, level to level, off the trend line, and coming into here. And as long as we hold this level there, reclaim bullish price action, I'm happy to play the longs, you know. But if we step back into it and starts breaking down, play it level to level, back into here, take out the lows over here, mid range, back to range low, and that's it. Ping pong it, off we go, and always say that's a deviation. So I'm ready for that. Whatever may come. Now, I want to show you something else, which I haven't shown you guys for a little while. The US 100. That's the Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq to me it's been a very interesting key element for me to take longs a lot as well. Okay, now let me show you this. What we got here is 2021's range low, right? And that's 2021's range high. Okay, and this is the mid range. You see support, 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 bit of a chop there, deviation, deviation, stop run there, sells off back to where range low. Okay. Oh, one more thing before we carry on thingy, I want to show you on the S&P. The S&P, if I delete this for a second, range band environment as well. You got from low to high, high to low, low. Well, we played it up to high. Come back down over here. I want to take these highs there. Potentially, we can go from low to high again. Once we reclaim and hold above it, we can go play up into the range highs there. Does it do that? I don't know. But we've got plenty of time to actually deal with this as well. Really and truly, I just want to work it out with the range of September's range itself. So that's the main thing that for me is a focus really as well. So if I bring this up there, Control Z there, let's go. Let's go back to the US 100. See Daisy, US 100. So the US 100 to me has been showing a lot of, has been showing bullish market structure. It's been showing me like a setup there. See this low over here? We had a stop run there. This low over here holds in place there. We rally up, hold support, pushes up there, breaks the market structure. We step into 2021's low over here, have a bit of a deviation, breaks these highs there, bullish market structure, and we are running up to these areas here, coming into this high there. All right. So it seems to me, right, that this is a deviation that's been completed. And we're looking to play back into the mid-range. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. See if it actually plays into the mid-range. But another thing I want you to pay attention to, right, if it's going to be bullish, right, is doesn't this look like, have you guys ever heard of Adam and Eve? Right, the Adam and Eve. So let me just highlight that there. Adam and Eve trading. Right, so it's something like this. What you have is this. You get a sharp drop. That's the Adam and that's the Eve. And then you got a rounded bottom and that's the neckline. Once we break the neckline, play up on the upside there. Okay. So to me, we got a bit of an Adam and Eve there. If you ask me, like, where's the Adam and Eve? Well, let's have a look. So where's the neckline? Let's just say this is the neckline over here. Okay. Sharp drop down. That's the V. That's the Adam. And they got a rounded bottom. And we're looking to go up into here. And once we break up, play on the upside there. So does that work out? I don't know. I like to see that work play out, but we'll have to see level to level what that happens, like how that plays out there. But really and truly, for me, as a point of view, if I'm going to look for an area of resistance, it's gonna have to be this motherfucker right here. Is it there? Just around here. That's what's capping the market there. So we're at resistance. Would I take short straight away? No. If I'm gonna take a short, my invalidation will be here. So about resistance, I want to see what happens there. Do we do something like this, push back up, right? And then play back down into here, sells off over there, and then reclaim and hold above it, bullish market structure, and off we go. I don't know. I like to see that, see how he goes. Or really and truly, you can draw a trend line, for example. Let's do one over here. This low here. Oopsie daisy, on like yellow. Yellow looks fucking weird. Something like this. That's the trend line that we got there. Got a support over here. Got a support there. Do we do something like this? Break down. I'm happy to play back into this where once we break this trend line over there, bearish market structure, I'm happy to hit the shorts level, take out liquidity, come into here, liquidity, back here. You get it. You just keep taking out this, cascading it on the downside there. But really and truly, I think I say with that level first, and then this level here, that level there. We'll see what happens next after that. So, that's the bearish side. If it was to be bullish, break above it, hold above it, off we go, play up, take these highs there into the macro mid range. And where's the macro mid range? It's right here, 14,482. We'll see what happens there. Okay. Now let's just talk about Bitcoin, the main one. Okay. Talking about all the stocks and stuff like that. Now Bitcoin has been an interesting one. Okay, I've taken a long on Bitcoin. I'm going to explain my thoughts on Bitcoin itself. Hopefully it does make a lot of sense there. And we get cracking in there. 1 second there. Cool. Yeah. Hopefully we get some cracking into Bitcoin there. So what I'm looking for is this in particular. Now we're coming to this blue box here. What is this blue box there? To me, it's an area of consolidation, right? Let me just quickly chat to you guys there and show you what happened there. All right, I think I explained this last week, but I'm going to do this now just for the sake of you guys. I don't really mind doing it. So you see how we got this high over there, and that's the low. That's the daily range in my opinion. So we got a range bound environment, and you see this candle over here. This is the last time we actually retest the range, and then we sell off there. So price has actually, so I've highlighted this whole block itself. Price have actually stuck in that range itself, and as you can see, all we've done is just playing it up and down, up and down. We're just stuck here. So we haven't had a breakout, a clear breakout to the upside, or clear breakout on the downside. Okay, so that's the thing is, so we're gonna play this level to level. Ethereum looks quite good. That's why, because to me, Ethereum is the one that's just gonna lead, is gonna be the leading factor, which will allow the money to move from Ethereum into alts. That's what I'm looking for next, right? So I don't have a VPN on here. I think 1 second there. I just need to put a VPN on here. Apologies for this. All right then, so I should be able, because I don't know why it's actually just bugging up there. Right then, cool. That's better. Now I can see what's going on. I can see the chat. So what we got here, appreciate that, man. So yeah, what we got here, for me yesterday, before we even actually had the breakout, I clearly said it. So I'm gonna take it long right there. Stop loss for me was here. I'm looking to target 32k, right? Why am I targeting 32k? See, if we are supposed to be bearish, right, we need to start breaking down, and I'll accept to be bearish. I'll accept it when if it does give it to me. You know, while the momentum's on the upside, you can say to me, well, hang on a second, Denk, it's curling around and whatever. We're gonna come back down. But if that's the case, we might as well start spiraling outwards and do this and whatnot. Like, well, let's just play it level to level. For me, this level here is holding, right? We've taken out the lows over here. That's last week's low. We've taken out these lows over here. I played along over here. I played it all the way to take out liquidity over here. That was done. So I've played that quite well. Now, what I want to see now is I want to see price reclaim and hold above this bullish price action to play into the mid-range to squeeze it up to 32.1k. Mid-range is 32k. What's interesting for me that I want you to focus on, let's just talk about this. When we push into it, price came into this. If this was supposed to be resistance, because this is a range low, right? This area here is supposed 28, 29k, whatever the number you want to have, it's supposed to be an area where people are looking to short. I get it. If that's the case, right? We pushed up, we sell off, right? This is the range low. So let's show you this. Came up here, sell off. Hold into the block. Pushed up, sell off. Pushed up, sell off. We can't hold that low there. Pushed up, sell off. Pushed up, we try holding it, sell off. Then we pushed up, and now we find support. We find a support. We find a support. We find a support. See, the difference in price action is very different. You see the color there. Here is acting as support. You know, double, like a bit of a double bottom, whatever you want to say. Over there, it was acting as resistance. We are trying to sell off every time it keeps selling off, right? Bit of a head and shoulders or whatever. But now we're actually finding some support. Are we going to come back down and hold this level there and play back up there? I don't know. For me, ideally, I've taken a trade there, entries over here, stop loss there. That's what I've done, right? All I'm looking for now is, if I'm gonna be right, how do I do that? Something like this would be fine. I need to increase the probability in my favor, so something like that. If it does this, breaks out on this upside there, reclaims it and holds a block there, bullish price action, I'm looking to go where? 30k back into the range high. That's all it is. 32.1k will be the range high. And then we'll see what happens. There's been, like, the market's so bearish, you know, like they've been bearish at 20k, they've been bearish at 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29. Excuse me, that. You know, it's fasting is tiring, really, really tiring. But the market's been really bearish as well, which is fine. You know, they can be bearish whatever they want to be, but Bitcoin is being Bitcoin is looking quite wild. It's not just Bitcoin that looks quite good. I mean, like that's just one chart. Let me just bring up another chart. Let me bring up this one. Is it this one here? Not that one. Here we go. Now, this was the thing was yesterday. All right, I did take a short, and I cut the short. I had a tiny loss yesterday, and I explained this quite well, right? So what we got here, we got the last week's range low, well, 2 weeks ago range low, and the range high over here. Okay, this is the range bound environment. All we've done here, we took out the lows over here. Look at the highs over there. Done. This here is what I call a breakup. It's the last up candle was supposed to be when we come back up. We're supposed to find resistance and then sell off back to the range low. That's what we're supposed to do. Instead, what we've done, we find support, 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 support. And each time, all we've done, we did a stop run here. See this wick over here? The stop run of that, and we closed above it. If it was supposed to be bearish, we need to close below the mid-range, start getting down over here, and then take the shorts. That's what I'm looking for. If I want to take shorts, this is what I'll do, right? I need to see a close below the mid-range, right? And then I can say, yep, that's the high there. We are finding resistance in the monthly open, and I agree with it. We're finding resistance in the monthly open. Then I can be targeting this area here, and then looking to go back to the range low. That's all it is. Nice and simple, nothing else as well. And if it was to hold above it and whatnot, play it back up to the mid-range, back to the monthly open, and potentially to the range high. That's it. Nothing else. Now, BTC is below the monthly open, quarterly open, whichever you want to call it. I can totally understand. It is quite it is acting as resistance, right? Give me a second there. Yeah, so BTC is coming into resistance, right? At the monthly open. Do you know when you got some dickhead parking out your side of your fucking yard? You're like, what the fuck's going on? Sorry about that. Once. Well, good. Good. I do apologize for this. Getting to Belgium now. Should be fine. Give me a second there. Let's have a look. We're good. I don't know if we're good actually. That's the thing is. Give me a moment there. What a piss take though. It did kind of ruin the vibe a little bit for me. Sorry about that. NordVPN. Let's have a look. Connecting. I'm trying to connect over here. To Discord once again. What a piss take though. Try again. YouTube. I do apologize for the inconvenience as well. It's good now. Okay, cool. Because it's just so happened. All right, bless. Sorry about that. Apologies for that. It's been I don't know what's going on. It's the UK is being in the UK. Shit as usual. Anyway, thank you so much for that, guys. Sebastian, Vinuk, and Smurfy. I really appreciate that, man. Big love for that. So yeah, what we're looking at is BTC. Which let me just recap that again. For those who want to go for longs, right? I'll show you the bearish plans. The bearish plan is literally this, right? So you get a break above here, come back down over here. Take the shorts, off you go. Where you're looking to go, target 1, target 2, range low. That's it. Now, once we lose this level here, then we can start looking for 25.2. Then we can say, yep, take the entries here, fill out all this inefficiency there. Then that's it. Will it go to below 25.2k at 25.2k? I don't know. We'll have to talk about it when the time comes. But until then, just play it level to level, which is this level. And then once we lose, so we're playing. Then we're looking for this level here. And once you lose that level, then we'll be playing this level here. Don't go for extended target for 25k. You don't even know if you're going to go to 25k. Why make it for yourself? Like, sorry, you're not going to know if you're going to go to 20k. Or like, or 18, 15k or 12k. Play level to level, as we discussed. Bullish plays, how do we play the bullish play? Literally all we got to do is run its highs there. That's a quick little trade into the monthly open. Once we reclaim the monthly open, you've got this here up to the range high. So you're playing it from this level to this level, this level to this level. See? It's levels. It's all levels to level. You're not trying to overextend anything. You're not trying to overcompensate anything as well, right? Now, if you want to actually wait for the breakout, right? From here, do we do something like this, break down, and then come back down to the monthly open? Possible. And can play down to mid-range? I don't know. Possible. Ideally, want to see the monthly open hold, and then we can play up these highs there. But Once we get above the range high, what we're looking for is literally this. Let it do its thing. Bullish price action there. Shows you higher highs, higher lows, and then we can start saying 30k is on the table, 32k is on the table. This kind of price action is what we're looking for. Once we get that, then great. Then you start looking for the longs. Until then, be smart, be safe, no need to rush, okay? Looking at Ethereum. What's Ethereum showing us, right? Let me just bring up this level there. Come on. There we go. Ethereum, I've got this level here, which is the quarterly play or the monthly play. It doesn't really matter. But as you can see, look at this. We started off here. We found support, resistance, 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 sell off. Coming to the mid-range, resistance, sell off. Resistance, sell off. Resistance, and then we smashed above it. So above the monthly open is bullish. Below the monthly open is bearish. It just so happened to be that it's actually Ethereum that's the one that's taking control. That's all it is. We had Bitcoin taking control. That's why we saw EBTC was looking to go down. This time we got EBTC pushing up. Why? Because it's Ethereum is taking control. Now, if it's going to be bullish, what we're looking for, let's just look at the higher time frame and see what's going on there. 1 day on the daily there. Oh, I got that there. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Oh, that's yeah, cool. Focus on this area here, right? And I'm just gonna highlight this together. This is the second quarter of 2021's mid range. Sorry, range low. That's the range high, and this is the second quarter range high of 2021. And if I highlight this, look how the price action is. You see how price action is holding above here. So we at first, right, what happened was we found resistance, got up, deviates it, resistance, deviation, sells off, right? Resistance, 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 resistance. Then we get back up and we start finding support and we consolidate it above the range low itself. If we're consolidating above the range low, isn't that supposed to be bullish? We've found support off the range lows. All we need to do is break above here, hold support there. What we're looking for, targeting these motherfuckers out there, going into this area there, and looking at the 30k. And then we're playing, well, really in play, we're playing between this area to this area here. Does that make sense? Why? Because we're playing from the range low to the mid range. This is the daily time frame. What's going on, David? How you doing, brother? Appreciate that. Big love to you guys, man. We got Bombing in the house. Thomas Moore, what you saying, man? We got Richard in the house. Don't worry about it, man. I'm glad that you're here, man. I really appreciate that as well. Video not loaded. Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but we'll back up. So that's what we're looking for. So we're looking. It's starting to establish a bit of support on Ethereum, and if it's established support, well, what are the targets? You know, let's be reasonable, right? Let's just not be too overexcited, and let's not get too, you know, let's not be a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? That's the real thing. Let's not be a dickhead. That's the. So this is the high we're looking at, 2k, right? What motherfucker was on the grass? What happened? Yeah, so 2k, that's the first target there. So what we're looking for is price to push up, take out the liquidity there. That's the target there. I'm quite happy to see what happens. Do we come back into this area and reclaim and hold above it? And if we hold above it, what am I looking for? The next set of targets there will be here. Why? Fill out all this inefficiency over here, right? And then fill out all this inefficiency there. That'll be a next target there. I mean, you can start taking some profits over here and then over here. And then we go to the mid-range. After the mid-range, I don't know what happens. Do we take out this high here? I don't know. We'll figure it out when the time comes. But let's figure out. Let's just play one level at a time. Which is what level? It's all it is. We're looking at. It's between this to this. Until then, it looks like we're thinking. Yeah, we're consolidating here. Does it go down? If Bitcoin is going to go to freaking what you call it, like 1200, 12k, 10k. What's ETH going to go to? £50? You know, like $50. Is that what's going to happen? I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. But like level to level, to me, honestly speaking, you know, like Ethereum is severely bullish. I mean, let's bring in these charts here itself. Number one, right? A daily close. Ideally, I would like to have a daily close above here, above the weekly range, right? That would be ideal, right? But it doesn't have to. So I'm going to bring this across and just keep this nice and simple. Let's go into the 1 hour. Okay. Ideally, that's what I would like to see. But I'm quite happy because I didn't get into a long. I know some of the guys that got into a long. I told them, I said, place your stop loss below here. This is the block itself. This area here is actually all oopsie daisy. We talked about it in the morning as well. Well, ideally, like, I'm not in a long on Ethereum. I want to get into a long. How do I do that? So there's two ways. Well, there's a few ways around it, right? Number one, right? We've got a breaking market structure. Delete that. What do I mean by that? We get a close above here, right? See this high over here? We've got a close above here. So now, and this is capping the market there. So that's an idea. So if I want to actually go for like for confirmation, once we get back above and hold above this, this is to me confirmation for me to go higher. Where to the levels of 2K. That's what I'm looking for. That's all it is. Simple as that. The second thing is, right, is a pullback. It's coming towards the end of the day. In the UK, it's 5:20. It's soon to be iftar time. We're gonna break that fast as well. Like the in Germany, they'll be breaking fast in a couple of hours as well too. Like all in Europe and in same with America. America at the moment in the New York time zone, it's about, I think it's about 12 o'clock. So it's midday for them as well. We're going to halfway to the day. I wouldn't mind a pullback, and pullback into where? Well, the first ideal scenario, right, as a minimum, is this pullback after the range high. Do we hold above there and reclaim this level there? That's when you say take it long. Okay, that's number one. The other scenario that I'm looking for a pullback, right, which I don't really mind, right, is this area here. See this area, this high? That's the pivot. This high here acts as resistance, resistance, resistance. We then came smashed above it, and ideally, if we can come back and hold below it, reclaim and hold above, I'm happy to take the long there, or show me some bullish price action there. Then I can say, yeah, what we're doing is take the long way to 2K. That's one way. The deeper pullback, which I'd be personally much more pleased with to do, is a pullback into the monthly open. Because why? We found resistance we found support at the monthly open, then we found resistance, resistance, resistance. Before we sell off, resistance, deviation, sells off, resistance, sell off, broke above it. So ideally, this monthly open is going to be a key thing. So if your price can come back down, hold above this level there, show me the bullish price action there, I'm happy to go for a long here. I'll put a stop loss over here, for example, stop loss over here, for example, playing it into this area here. If we start breaking back down, I look to trim some off there, and then once we get back below here, I have to cut the trade off. But get back up and hold above this area there, as we discussed the confirmation plan. Let's take the longs there, 2K, off we go. Does that make sense? Now, the reason why I'm bullish on ETH, right, is if I show you ETH BTC, right, and I've done this before, I'm going to do this again, right, not this one, it's this other one, right, look how freaking bullish this is. You just can't mess with it. I've done this before, I'm going to do this again, right. What we got here, this is the range low, swing high, mid-range, 0.618 level. We talked about this last week, we talked about this the week before. We talked about this, I even posted on Twitter. We talked about this level here. Now, what will confirm that this is definitely a capitulation zone is once we get back above the mid-range, hold above there, show me the bullish price action there. I'm like, well, that's the deviation of the mid-range there, where we're looking to go into target 1, target, whoopsie daisy, and then target 2, right into these highs there. That's all it is. And if that's the case, Ethereum's going to be more bullish than Bitcoin. If Ethereum's more bullish than Bitcoin, Alt's going to start taking the lead. And it's time for also start having a bit of a run as well. It's during the month for April there. So we'll see how it goes. And that's my view there. I think I'm going to start doing some alts review as well. I've been saying that like 2 weeks ago. Oh, excuse me there. I've been saying about 2 weeks ago that I'm going to do an alt review there. But it's time for me to actually start banging out some alts there. I mean, I've got some bags I've been holding since January. So, the guys in the country club actually have been playing longs. Well, been spot bagging quite a few things as well. Optimus is an example. Cat is another example. There's a bunch of them. As well. So we'll play it there. We'll play it sensibly. We'll see what goes on. But that's my view there. Any questions? You look at Ren, BTC, and Cav. Yeah, Piotr, bro, you're in the private group, bro. Ask me there. Why are you asking me here for everyone to see? Come on, bro. Piotr. Oh man, I love you too, Biz, bro. You're such a cool guy. You're such a cool guy. Let's just do Ren thingy. So you're asking for what? Ren BTC, alright? Let's do Ren BTC for the sake of it, right? Fucking Piotr. Oh man, I love you, bro. You're so cool. The thing is, you're such a cool guy. But this is really strictly Ethereum BTC, right? we'll do our alt session and we'll talk about alts itself. But just for you, I will quickly just have a look at what the fuck is going on here. Shit. Fucking hell. Okay, we're on range low. Let me delete all this then. Bro, you're gonna make me work like this during Ramadan, man. Piotr. Big love to you though. Alright, cool. Let's see. Let's see what we got. We got a range low. I like to see this. It looks like a 1, 2, 3 setup coming up as well. So if you look at this way, drop it into the weekly. You guys know what I'm talking about. This looks like the 1. This is like the 2. Yeah, this is like the 2. 2. I want to see this reclaim and hold above this for me to push into this area there and then go into this highs there. So Ren BTC could be actually quite good. I don't really like using like BTC charts, you know. Oopsie. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, screen. Thank you. Yeah, I don't really like. So this is Ren BTC, right? So got this 1 over here. It looks like the 1. This looks like a 2 setup. Ideally, I want us to reclaim and hold above it to push up into this area. This is actually what's capping the market itself. As you can see, this low over here, finding resistance, deviation, resistance there. That'll be a target there. Once we hold this level there, then we can say, yeah, where to into these highs there. Yeah, into that. That's it. That'll be a target there for Ren BTC there. Still in consolidation within this area here. So we're gonna focus on level to level. So that's the low, and that's the high. And it just so happens that this is the mid range. So that's from low to mid. And then once we reclaim and hold the mid, play it up into the range high. So we're gonna play it level to level in terms of Ren BTC. But I don't, like I said, I don't really like using the BTC charts in it. I like using USDT myself there personally. So but that's my view there, potentially there. So we got Vinoku that's saying, Denk, if we have a daily swing close on the range high on ETH, isn't it a bearish swing rate? Well, that's the thing is. So my brother Vinoku RU is actually is it? Am I saying it right? Vinoku? I should be saying it right. If not, please correct me on that. So Vinoku is asking a very valid question in terms of if, let me bring this up, we get a swing failure of the range high, is it not a bearish structure? Yeah, I agree with you. To an element, it is. But what we're looking for resistance as a higher time frame reaction, we need to see this quarterly level to hold. So once this quarterly level holds above and reclaims and whatnot, then we're like, hang on a second. All we did is we found resistance here. So we start, if you look here, we found resistance. We open here, resistance. We break above it, find support, maybe support, bullish price action, and then do something like that. That's perfectly fine. All it is that is the macro level that's holding support. It was just the same thing when we did it on the yearly open. So you see how this is the yearly open on Bitcoin, right? On Ethereum, it's the yearly open. We find support, we hold above it, support, rally away there. So if it were to actually, above the yearly open is bullish. We had a bit of a play underneath it. We get back above it and bullish, and it's bullish there. Same thing happened. Let's just use 2022. Let's use 2021. That's 2021. Look here. So no, let's use Bitcoin. Bitcoin would be probably a better chart as well. Ethereum wasn't that clear, in my opinion, there. So where was it? Okay, so we had 2022's open was here. This is 2022's open there. Okay, we get above it, right? Get above it, find resistance, support, lose it there. We don't even retest it until we retest it here. Do a deviation, resistance, lower high, sells off, and then it becomes, that's the key level there. So same thing happened in 2021. So in 2020, I mean 2021 is probably easier. Where's the open there? So here, that's the open. So we got the yearly open was right here. Key element. So we play below it, right? We get back up. Once we have a quick spike down, this here people was probably getting bearish at the time. They weren't looking bearish at the time. They were looking for bullish anyway. They were saying buy the dip, buy the dip. That's what was happening. But if we start to find resistance here, then we're like, okay, take the shorts then, right? But instead, we close above it. As soon as we close above it, got a long wick, fast absorption there. Push it up higher, come back to support, plays up there, break market structure, and off we go. So, playing into Ethereum, right? Although, like you're saying, where are we? Gonna wait for the levels to come up. Come on, there we go. So although, and it, like it might close back in here and break down there. What we're looking for support is a key element, which is what? The monthly open. And what's more important about this monthly open is a quarterly open, because we found resistance here. You know, we found resistance here, we've broken above it, broken market structure. So even if you actually remove all these lines and just keep it nice and simple, market structure wise, what we got? We got, well, we took out these highs there, we start making lower lows, lower high, lower low, right? Cool. Then this high over here, we broke this high, become higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This is market structure, clean as daylight. You know, market structure is breaking out. As long as this low holds, right? Whoopsie daisy. This low holds, it's fine for a pullback into here. That's an order block right there. Find support, bullish price action, off we go. But if you bring it up, right, these lines there, it just looks like that all we've done, we've got back below and we start breaking down. So a lot of people will be looking for shorts. But I wouldn't short because this level here. What I'd say is, if I'm going to look for a short, is once we, like, the confirmation for shorts is once we get back down below this level there, then I'm like, all right, then mid-range, from the mid-range, let's play it back down, take out these lows there, and then to range low. That's what I'll be looking for. Then I'll be like, all right, then it gives me more of an insight that this is a low to high, high to low, low to high, and high to low. Until then, we've seen a pullback go to a breakout. You know, you have to remember, remove all this, what do we have? We have Monday's range. This is Monday's low, and this is Monday's high. So, whoopsie daisy, Monday's high. So why can't we come back and retest Monday's high, have a deeper pullback, and then do something like this? And if you bring up your levels, isn't this below this, and you're going to be looking for shorts? You just want to see how we react off the quarterly open, okay? So that's all I'm saying. Just play level to level. There's no need to rush. It is coming to the end of the day, and see what happens there. I'm inclined to look for trades tomorrow really as well. But all the plans are there for longs and shorts for Bitcoin and Ethereum there. Hopefully that's been useful for you guys. I've been your host, Trader Dank. Big love to you guys there. Thank you so much for actually coming on and spending your time with me. Hit the like button, hit subscribe. The affiliate link for OKX is down below. Appreciate you guys if you can show me some love and support. I'm not asking you to actually pay me for anything for my time, but I'm just asking you to actually support me and just use the affiliate link as well. So I'll catch you guys soon. We'll probably look forward to do an alt stream probably on Thursday-ish. Probably Thursday, I'm saying, yeah. So until then, take care guys. See you later.